Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am super stoked to say that I have crossed 2,000 subs. I am so grateful, humbled, stoked, everything. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means everything that you guys are subscribing and liking the videos. Today I'm just gonna fix an annoying friggin' problem that sucks, and I'm talking about dim screens. If you have a G30 and you have tinted windows, you're probably suffering from dim screens during bright sun like today. You'll be driving around and all of a sudden your gauge cluster and your iDrive screen just go super dim. The reason why is because the ambient sensor in the gauge cluster is super sensitive from the factory. Well, luckily, there's a way to fix this, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. The things we'll need to do this is BimmerCode and one of these. This is the OBD-Link CX reader. It's the fastest Bluetooth reader you can get. It's still slow. I cannot wait to get a Wi-Fi adapter because those are gonna be a lot faster, but I will probably get one when I get my MHD tuned. So for now, we're gonna be using this guy. Okay, let me see if I can show you how sensitive the dimming is right now. So my tinted window is up. This is only about 35% tint, by the way. And the ambient light sensor is here in the gauge cluster. So I'm gonna keep it on my screen right now. I'm gonna roll down my window. You guys see it get brighter? And then look at the gauge cluster when I do the same thing. So gauge cluster window up, gauge cluster window down. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it gets noticeably, it gets how bright you want it to be. So we're gonna take this OBD-Link reader, Bluetooth, and we're gonna hook it up into our OBD port. And my bracket is broken. Actually, I don't know if it's broken, it's just not screwed in, but don't worry about that. Also, just a quick disclaimer in case you don't know this. When you're coding with BimmerCode, you need consistent power to all of your modules in your car. If you're coding something and the power dips or fluctuates, you can brick your module. So the safest way to code, honestly, is just leave your car running. Unless you're programming the DME or the transmission, it hurts nothing, it's totally fine, and that way you're gonna have consistent power the entire time you're coding. All right, something that's gonna change after we do this coding is the brightness setting is gonna look different in the menu. So let's go into My Vehicle, iDrive settings, displays, and let's go into control display. And if we see brightness, we only have brightness at night that we can adjust. This won't change anything right now during the day. So brightness at night is what we have now. And this is gonna change after we code it, and I'm gonna show you right now how to do it. Okay, so we got our OBD-Link CX plugged in. You actually do need that Bluetooth reader if you wanna go Bluetooth to get access to all your modules. So I have a link to that in the description. If you wanna go Bluetooth, it's easy, it's slower, but it works fine. Link in the description. Let's open BimmerCode, let's hit connect. And we already have OBD-Link CX here. You can only use listed adapters that are here. Let's hit connect. There probably are other Bluetooth adapters that are on here. I had an old V-Gate, I think it was called, from my F30 that I could access all modules with, but it didn't access all modules in the G30. Okay, so M5, 5 series, connect. There's two different modules that we have to code. We have to go into our Combi module or Combi module, and we have to go into the actual iDrive Evo NBT module. It's really exciting stuff. While this is loading, I've been down a freaking beatboxing rabbit hole. There's this dude named Wing.
Dopamine.
Little sidebar. Story of my life. You know, I want to tell you guys, it's like a vlog. This is how I'm doing. How are you doing? All right, so now that we're in here, let's go into head unit. And it's gonna tell us all the head unit things. Okay, so now that we're in the head unit, we need to go into expert mode. It's gonna warn you because you can fuck your shit up in expert mode, but we're not going to in this. Okay, so now that we're here, we're going to search for dim underscore variant. Oh, variant, there it is. Click that. So right now it's on new, we're just gonna hit old. And then we're gonna go back and we're going to cancel and we're gonna hit code. And we're gonna start coding. So what this code does, it puts the iDrive brightness settings into its older coding, its older format. This is what's gonna change your brightness screen, and it's literally just brightness. It's a global setting for brightness, which I would much rather have. So this will address the iDrive screen being too dim. But then after this, we still have to fix the gauges being too dim. All right, it's restarting. Okay, so we've restarted. Now if we go into My Vehicle and we go into iDrive settings and we go into displays and we go into our control display, now we have a universal brightness that actually changes when we change it. It does not affect, that brightness setting does not affect the gauges though, just so you know. It only affects the iDrive. So step 1 is done. Now let's go into the gauge cluster and code that. All right, so we're gonna go back to control units and we want to go into instrument cluster. I just want to take the time really quick to address how cool it is that we have BimmerCode. If you have a Mercedes, this isn't happening. There's no other car company that has aftermarket support like BimmerCode where you can do this kind of shit. It blows my mind. Okay, now that we're in instrument cluster, we're gonna go into expert mode again. We're gonna hit continue on the warning. We wanna go into 3005, the FUBI parameter. So click on 3005, and it's actually right here, dim_DTN, DIM DTN. We're gonna click that. And right now it's set at 0x3f. We're actually gonna set that to a custom value, because right now what's gonna happen is while you're driving around during the day, the gauge cluster won't do that crazy brightness automatic crap, but it's gonna be dim. It's gonna be too dim in the sun. So go into custom value. We're gonna change this. So right now it's OX3F, and we're gonna change this to OX7F. Just a quick note, and I'm gonna try to make this as least confusing as I possibly can. We're coding the gauge cluster, that 0x3F value that we're changing. The number in there denotes the base level brightness during the day. It's set from the factory at 3, which to me is not enough, and to a lot of people isn't enough. You can go as high as 7. And I don't believe you can go any higher than that. I wouldn't recommend it. Other people wouldn't either, because even if you can, you might damage the LCD, or I don't know. Just you're not gonna need to go beyond 7. My point in saying all this is 7 might be too bright for you. If it is, you can try 6, you can try 5, you can try 4. Just know that changing that number is how you change the base level brightness while you're driving around during the day. So if you try 0x7f and it's too bright, try lowering it to 6 or even 5. And we're gonna hit done. So now it's an unassigned value, OX7F. We're gonna go back, and we're gonna hit code. It's always kind of spooky when you're coding your car. I mean, I've done it so much, it's not a big deal, but it's always freaky when it's writing codes and it resets, and it has to restart, I mean, because you just see things change and you get warnings sometimes, but don't worry about it. This app is so dialed in, but again, I highly suggest doing this while your car is running. All right, gauge cluster is restarting. Everything looks good. The ambient temperature is gonna be weird, and you have to go back into the time to reset it. Coding successful. All right, let's go back and let's disconnect. So that's it for the coding, super simple. I do wanna show you how to get your clock back into your gauge cluster. So let's go, oh, and also I've found that around like 3 to 4 clicks down is a good mix. You need to find a good balance of where you want your brightness during the day versus at night. You will still be able to adjust your brightness at night with this wheel. It'll adjust everything. It'll adjust your heads-up display if you have one, your gauge cluster, and your iDrive screen, as well as all of your illuminated LED, or excuse me, your illuminated buttons on your steering wheel and your center console here. But just FYI, at night, this is how you're gonna control all the brightness. But this brightness level here kind of just sets the base level of brightness, if that makes any sense. So drive around during the day, find what's comfortable to you, and then see what it's like at night, and you'll find a happy medium. But this is the sweet spot for me. It's usually around, I actually forget now because I haven't done this in a while. I think it's 3 or 4 clicks down from the top. Anyway, to get your clock back, all we're gonna do is go into My Vehicle, we're gonna go into iDrive settings, we're gonna go into date and time, and then it's on automatic time and setting. Just uncheck it and then recheck it, and then hit OK, and bada bang. Your time comes up and you're good to go. And it's 1:41 in the afternoon and I have the whole day ahead of me. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this video so I can get it out fast to you guys. And that's it, super simple. You just need to get BimmerCode and a reader. Again, I'll link the reader in the description. It's not gonna be fast because it's Bluetooth. That's just Bluetooth. There's no faster Bluetooth reader than that. If you want to go the Wi-Fi adapter route, that's great. I haven't had one yet, so I don't want to talk about which ones to get until I use one and can vet it myself. The last thing I'm ever going to do on this channel with you guys is tell you to buy something that I've never used myself. And there you have it. That's how you fix the dim gauges and dim screens with tinted windows, and I hope this helped you out big time because it really pissed me off when I first got my car. As always, if you're looking for coding, maintenance, mods for your G30, this is the channel to be at. I really, really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and if you haven't, please consider doing so. It helps my channel so much. That's about it. Hope this helped you out, and until next time, have a good one.